Hello, this is Dirty 20 Gaming. My name is Kevin, and these amazing people have agreed to come and play a game with me tonight. And as always, no matter how many times it happens, that makes me happy. So, let's meet the people that make me happy, and I start with the one that's grinning the most. And I just gave that away because I can only see one of them. Gloriosa.
Hello.
Tell us about
I
yourself.
I am Blaze of Gloriosa, also known as Glory. I hang out in the Discord a whole lot, and I produce here a couple nights a week. Tonight I will be playing our friendly neighborhood Technomancer Echo, who honestly sometimes I'm just like, she's got two brain cells fighting for third place. And then sometimes I'm like, wow, she's really smart. So I can't make up my mind on that one. But she's
Uh,
here. She's our fashion plate. She's good.
let's go with savant question mark. Is that
Clever question mark? Big if true.
wonderful. Thank you. Also with us this evening, playing our tank, Deku Shrublily. I always like to use people's full formal names when I introduce them. Thank you for joining us. And what else are you doing or about to be doing anywhere that you're willing to
Um,
share?
don't actually do much. It's mainly here on Dirty 20, but in the next year, I hope to be playing D&D 2024.
Mhm. Yep, that's coming. Uh, thank
Until
you.
then, I'm happy to be my poor little tank.
Your poor little tank who lost his sister now. But we'll get to that in a minute. Uh, which I guess there's no surprise who's next.
Ooh,
That'll be you. Tell us about yourself.
I'm Calais. I'm also known as Calais. That's basically all you. That's all any of you know me from. Because that's all I've ever done online.
Yep.
I will be playing D&D, some game with someone I don't know. Uh, but yeah, that's about it.
Are you joining
Okay.
us for more games?
I
Uh,
am joining for more games.
they
That
they
makes me so happy.
they both have refused to spoil to spoil the upcoming event, so I will because it's me. In the new year, we're going to be running two of the same game on the same day with two different groups, and we're going to see how different that gets. We're using D&D because I keep thinking I know the system. I should after this many versions of it. But I'm loving the idea of throwing roughly the same script because I never do anything the same way twice. But roughly the same script at two very different groups of people and seeing what different ways they make the game play out. But that is in the future. There's some other things in the future too. But we won't get to those just yet, other than there are other things in the future. The new year brings new projects and all that sort of stuff. But first, we got to get there. And to get there, we got to get through a moment. And now is that moment. So, with no further ado, Corbin, you just watched your sister tell you not to worry, bolt around the corner, and disappear. Shortly thereafter, you got a phone message that said, "I'm okay, don't worry." Right, the most annoying, the most annoying message a sibling can possibly send you. Right? I mean, it's just, "I'm okay, don't worry, I'm missing, I'm sharing no information with you. Bye." That one, right? Um, you're
I
standing
mean,
just,
I imagine
yeah,
she's done this before, which he's like when Samantha left, she basically said, "Wait for me." So he did a little bit of waiting up in the house, trying to get her. She probably left the loot she picked out, like the
yep,
jewelry, with him
mm-hmm, yes,
to
yep,
put in her room. So he
perfect.
did waiting
I'm gonna
up in the
stop.
house.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop you right there though. As soon as you go in the room to put the jewelry down, there's a new thing in her room, a thing you have not seen before. It's a 1 foot tall. I have written here 30 centimeters because it's supposed to be, but you're all in inches, so let's do that. It's a foot tall stuffy. It's purple and black and silver, and it looks for all the world like a VTuber avatar. And on it, there's a little T-shirt, and on the T-shirt there's a QR code. As much as you've known Samantha, you have never seen this before, but it's just propped on the bed. You're pretty sure
Huh.
it wasn't there when you left.
Merch? I didn't know she was into VTubers. Huh.
Mhm.
I guess drop off Sam's stuff, scan the QR code, and continue going about his business. Because at this point, he's not suspicious of anything. He's just sort of chilling until he
Yeah,
gets that second message.
yeah. So, boop, you scan the QR code, and your phone goes to. I'm just going to use modern day terminology. It goes to YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
to a site, a channel called Samanim Gems, and it's got dozens of full length reviews and videos and interviews on it, and a ton of followers, like a ton of followers. And when you hit the little short blurb at the top, where if you click it, it starts to play. You play a video, you find that the purple and black and silver VTuber in the video sounds exactly like your sister. There's videos dating back several years, and you see the follower count is just. This has been going on since you guys were in the orphanage. Years.
Where the hell is she hiding her recording equipment? Her streaming equipment?
And then you get the message. Beep. Don't worry, I'll be fine. Don't worry. See you soon. You go to send a message back, and phone's dead.
Goes unread. A
Yep.
little bit weird,
Mm-hmm.
but if she's busy with smoke or something, because he did pick up on that aura of magic going on when she got her message. So
Yep.
it's like it's not that unusual.
Mm-hmm.
It still bugs him, but he tries to let it go and continues going about his business.
Yep.
But he does not sleep. He does not sleep straight until dawn.
Yeah.
And he tries to send more messages. They go unread. He tries to call. It goes straight to voicemail or something. Now he's worried.
Yes. So at that moment, unbidden into from your memory comes a moment of you and Samantha. What is that?
The day they met, he was still hurting, still grieving, in because I kind of imagine after being rescued, he got sent to like this holding area. So many other people. It was all so much before finally winding up in the orphanage with so many other kids. And as nice as the caretakers were then back then, they only had so much time for him. So he was kind of left to his own devices a lot. But there came a day where they needed his help, and he wanted to help because that's what good kids do. So he watched this little redheaded baby, kept her company, and because they were supposed to be one big family, he made a promise. He promised that he would be her big brother. And if there was one thing he learned from his mom, is that you only make promises you intend to keep for your whole life long if you have to. He has a promise to keep.
And how do you do that?
Um,
What do
I
you do
imagine
next?
he hasn't talked to her magic mentor much,
Yep.
but he has been introduced to her.
Yep.
And even if he doesn't know where she is, he probably knows who to ask for
Oh yeah.
to know where she is.
Yep. So yeah, it wouldn't take you long. So in the early dawn light in the city, because the sun's got to come between the buildings, right? It's all still high rises and stumps, and windows are coming, lights coming through broken windows, and it's almost sort of a mystical time of the day, especially when you step into an alley after asking for people and getting three wrong directions. And finally, you just sort of come around the corner, and you know in your mind that it's the fog coming off the ocean up this alley that's making it appear like it's longer than it is. But it's also you get that sort of tingle that you get when you're near Calais and he lights off a big ice bomb. There's something more going on in this alley. And then Storm is just there. Like you almost walk past her. And she's just there leaning against the wall. And she says, I hear you looking for me.
Um, yeah.
And
Uh,
like you geared up and seeing in the dark and total focused, you still didn't see her until she was right there. Yeah.
have you seen Willow?
And all that confidence goes. The shoulders drop. She says, no, I don't know where she is. I was kind of hoping you were coming here to tell me.
Um, he doesn't say anything right away, but she can probably see his body tensing up like fuck, 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 fuck. Like he's snatching at his phone and
Yep,
like going into like there has to be a group chat, so he's going
yep,
have addressing Kelly and Echo. Have you seen Sam?
bam. You hit the button. You look back up, and Storm looks at you, like, looks at you. Right? Street shaman, boom, eyes locked, moment of clarity, looks at you. The fog around the two of you freezes for a second. And she says, I know all the shamans out here. I know all the wolf shamans out here. But this isn't any of them. This is, and it's almost like a ritual at this moment. Like there's more there, right? Like there's more going on than you can see as a mundane person. This feels different. This feels not of the street. This is not corporal either. It's not magic. It's different. And then it's kind of everything comes back. You can smell the water and the dead fish and all the salt and everything that makes up living in a coastal city, right?
I mean, a little bit freaked out, but as long as she's not pointing that power at him,
Mm-hmm.
it kind of he lets it slide. But he does ask her. He'll give her the information of when he saw Sam last, what direction she went to.
Yep.
So he would ask her for any information she has, or and to find anything if she can't answer right now.
She tilts her head and kind of looks at you for a second. And she says, well, if you were a wolf, where would you go? And the fog around you kind of blows away, giving you a clear view of that range of mountains with the mansions on it at the end of, at the end of the city. And then the smoke and smog fills that space again. She kind of shakes her head and she says, wow, not magic, and I don't like it.
Hmm.
And she looks at you and says, "When you find her, you let me know." And she turns around and starts to walk into the fog. It wasn't a question.
Um, I have a question.
Yeah.
Uh, can I have her number so I can?
You hear from out of the fog, you hear crystal clear like she's right next to you. Willow has it.
I mean, was she allowed to see her contacts?
Yeah, well, Storm doesn't know that Willow doesn't have any reason to think that Willow still wouldn't have her phone, right?
True,
She doesn't know. So
but okay.
I'm
I
gonna
think that's a good place to leave Corbin for
I
now.
was just gonna say that's the perfect spot. We leave Corbin suddenly alone, standing in an alley, a perfectly normal, mundane alley. But you hit that send button. Calais or Echo, which one of you do you think is more likely to be up, moving, and functional at half past dawn? Distinct shake of the head from Echo. So I guess that's you, Calais. You a morning person?
No, but for the group chat, I definitely have notifications on.
Okay,
So
so yeah. Okay. You
uh
yep, you hit the button, and you see um, Samantha's gone. Have you seen Samantha? Actually, was the message, right? What do you do? But actually, before what you do, what you've been, I mean, you were at the orphanage with Samantha for a while, a period, an indeterminate period. How, what pops through your head the second you see that she's gone? Because you know you haven't seen her.
um I mean, I guess what pops in my head first is just how close uh Samantha and Corbin are and were there. And if Corbin's asking, have you seen Samantha, that's like five alarm fires. Like that is bad news because if
Yep,
anyone's going to have seen her, it's going to be Corbin. So
yep,
even though this is just the day after our last run, so we all saw her last night.
yep.
Even though that's the case, like nope, that's it. She's missing. We need to. I'm up and moving, getting ready.
Okay,
Don't know what I'm gonna do, but we're
yep.
going searching.
All right. So yeah, you're ready to go for a search. I like that. Okay. Do you, once you're ready, head to the Corbin/Samantha residence?
Um, Actually, I think the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go
Oh,
pick up Echo
okay.
because we don't have time for the public transport to get her there. Like
Okay,
I'm really
so
sorry. This
perfect.
morning's not the day for the bus.
Yeah, so you go to get Echo. Do you respond to the message?
Uh, I just respond on my way.
Oof.
I will say
Not
no,
even not
haven't
even
seen
an
her on
okay.
my way.
Okay, I was gonna say just on my way is much more doomy, but yeah, have not seen her on my way. Okay, perfect. And then you head out to get Echo, which takes us. I will get back to you. So we leave you down the street through that same fog that we had. Carbon
And I will say I am speeding along.
is, and
Traffic
I made the
traffic
wrong
laws are
noise.
not
It's
being followed.
yes, and it's I made the wrong noise. It's an e-bike, so you were along.
No, we said it was a motorcycle, remember?
Well, I
We
think
before
okay.
it was electric and now it's a
Now it's now
motorcycle.
it's an actually okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll make all the noises. I love it. Then it's a really old car. No,
It's Echo's
it's
bus
it's
is what
Echo's
that
bus.
was.
So yes, so this gives us Calais screaming through the smog and the fog takes us to Echo. Uh, the notification went off once, and then
And then again.
I presume
Then
Calais
again.
sends you a message like I'm on my way, I'm on my way, I'm on my way.
I don't know if he's sent. There have been at least 3 notifications though.
Yes. So you pop it open, and the top one is Corbin. Have you
So
seen? Yeah.
so I think in her like half asleep state, she sort of they haven't been out of the orphanage for that whole long.
Oh,
So I think it still
weeks.
takes a moment
Yeah.
like I think it still takes her a moment to realize that she's not there anymore and to realize that she's got her own space. And so there's sort of that realization that comes first, and then she's like, okay, what's this? What's the notification? Like, and kind of getting her head together. Probably only went to bed like a couple hours ago.
Oh yeah,
Like,
and all strung out on leftover adrenaline and
yeah,
yeah, magic dream
yeah.
and all that good stuff. And
And
then a memory sneaks in just before you tell me what you're. I almost forgot, but before you tell me what you're gonna do, the memory sneaks in of the
no, I was
past.
going there.
Okay, I wasn't sure. I'll just
I was
shut up
going
then.
there.
Go there. Go.
So she's sort of like still half almost in memory of the orphanage, like reading the messages, and I think she recalls one of the earliest sort of interactions that she had with Samantha. And I'm thinking that it was like something shiny, like a really pretty like purple ribbon or something that someone found or that maybe got thrown away and they found like in the trash or whatever. And I think both Echo and Samantha were like really wanting that ribbon. I think they were both like, oh my gosh, I want the pretty. And I think they probably like went back and forth and back and forth and back and forth about it. Like, probably, I don't know if Samantha would have done this, but like Echo 100% would have like filched it from her room and then gone and stuck it under her pillow. And it probably went back and forth. And I think what she remembers, and I'm writing in a little bit, I hope our other player doesn't really mind that I'm taking a little bit of liberty with Samantha's character here, but I don't think Samantha would have like gotten her big brother involved. I think she would have still like gotten her own shiny. And so I think what comes to mind for Echo in that moment is like that Samantha does have a bit of an independent streak, and that sometimes she's not always going for her big brother, and she's not always like kind of hiding behind Corbin, and sometimes she goes after her own shiny. So I think Echo is looking at that message and going like, is she in trouble, or is she just like chasing her own shiny for a bit, like.
Oh, that's
And so I
magnificent.
think she's looking at it, and then she's like, oh gosh, Cully's gonna be here, and I'm all right. All
Uh,
right,
yeah,
getting up now.
yeah. What is your breakfast beverage of choice?
Anything caffeinated or stronger?
Yep. Get whatever it is, whatever that flavor is. You have just
Caffeine
enough.
or cocaine? I don't know.
Yeah, a little bit of both. Yeah. By 2070, they've learned how to froth cocaine, and now you can have a
Yeah.
cocaine chino. But yes, you make your caffeinated beverage, and you just have time to have a sniff and a sip, and you see out your window Calais' bike come out of the darkness. You pop the travel lid on because you're a forethought person. You pop the travel lid on your bevy and head out the door. Do you?
I'm
No, you're
not sure
looking at
Echo
me.
has ever had a forethought in her life.
Well then, lucky for Echo, it was in a travel
It was
cup.
just there.
That's all that was clean. So you just put the lid on and head out the door.
Hey,
Yes, please.
hi, hello, hi, friend. And she's just like, it's really early. Why couldn't she have gone missing
It's noon.
later in the day? It's not, it
It
can't
isn't.
be
No,
noon.
it's like
It
Yeah,
can't
but
be
I
six.
tell her
noon.
that anyways to get on the bike.
Yeah, yeah.
And she's like swinging her leg on the bike, and she's like, "What? looking at her phone. And he's like, he's probably like taking off just as she's like,
What?
it's not new. You're a liar.
And through the city streets, woof, woof, woof. And it's like, this is the sprawl, right? This isn't the corporal people are downtown. They've been at work for 2 hours already trying to impress each other, right? This is the sprawl. This is the middle of the night for most people here. So you've got the city weirdly to yourself, and you just woof, 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 woof. You see a couple of emergency response vehicles at an accident, but that's a couple blocks away, and you get to do the amazing experience of blowing across the long arched bridge in the fog with no, like, it's 8 lanes going each direction and you can hardly see the edge of the bridge, just whiffing by you as you go through the fog, and then off of that into the park through what remains of Stanley Park, and now down into the sprawl itself. You pull up in front of um, yeah, this wouldn't be at your the spool house. This is you pull up in front of Corbin and Samantha's abode. Skid to a stop, jump off the bike, hit the security button, which will pretty much nuke
Corbin
anybody
lets
that
him in.
touches it. Yeah, Corbin's waiting at the door. Right? Were you waiting at the door? Because Calais told you they were coming, and you'd know Calais after all these years. That means open the door or he's coming through it, right?
Um, I kind of imagine we live in an apartment building with like that security door where you have
Yep,
to, where people buzz you and you
yep,
have to let them in.
yep.
So Corbin does that, and
Nice.
I imagine because of flood phobia, they live up on like the fifth or sixth floor.
Yep. Oh yeah. Oh, I love that image too, because yeah, starting it's been cleaned, but it's still obvious that the bottom several 2 or 3 floors were flooded at the time of the tsunami. So there's the wall, there's paint peeling off and stuff, and then you sort of symbolically climb out of that. The fourth floor has got a little bit of that, but by the time you get to the fifth floor, it's almost like there's nothing wrong up here, right? Perfect. So the two of you up enter the door. By the time they get there, is the door open? Is it open as they arrive?
He's probably like, it's probably a shitty building. He can hear them coming
Oh
down the
yeah.
hall.
Yep. You hear the elevator go
So
pong.
he's
Yeah.
sticking his head out his door and
Yeah.
going, have you tried calling her? It keeps going to voicemail. Or not even that. It's like unavailable. Nah, he's
Echo
back in his
pops out her
apartment,
phone and
losing
dials
his
Samantha's
mind.
number.
Yeah. You dial the number and it's a deadline. You don't even get voicemail, but you're touching the phone, and I'm going to give you this technomancer moment where you kind of feel down the phone to see, because maybe you can hack her phone if it's just turned off. Maybe you can turn it on from here,
Mm.
and it's like you reach in with your finger, and just before it gets to where it should be, it kind of hits a wall, and you poke it a couple of times, and it's either like a Faraday cage or like an anti-magic Faraday cage. You've never experienced anything like this, but the phone's in there, but you can't get to
It's like a kid at the zoo who's like, I can see it on the other side.
it. Yeah, yeah.
And Echo's just like, rude. And she kind of conveys to Corbin, like, I mean, she's got her phone like off. Like it's not even like negotiable off. It's just off.
That ain't right. That ain't right. She knows better. She knows better than to do that. He's just kind of pacing all around his living room. It's probably not much of one, but it's still like making laps around the coffee table or whatever,
Yeah, and this you're the
or that little
equivalent of.
space between the sofa and the TV.
Yeah, exactly. And you're basic. I mean, if anybody needs the image, it's basically like a knight in armor marching back and forth in a very tiny room, right? It's
Corbin, she's probably just She probably just wants some privacy from, I don't know. I don't know. I'm sure there's things that she does or has going on that she doesn't really want her big brother poking into.
I kind of look between Echo and Corbett, eh, finally settling on Corbett. Does she do privacy from you? I've never seen that.
I give her as much space as I can, but I ask her to, like, at least keep her phone on. This city is not kind to women running around on their own. I know she can take care of herself, and or Smoke hasn't seen her.
Do we know who
Even
Smoke is?
Does that,
You,
yeah, does that mean
yeah, you
anything?
would. Yeah, you would. You'd know that that was because that was part of the backstory that they had spent time training with this. Even though she was a wolf shaman and Smoke is a cat shaman, at least they were both street shaman.
I meant, do Echo and Calais know who Smoke is,
Yeah,
or is
you would
that
by now.
okay?
Yeah, it
Oh, okay.
was.
All
Yeah,
right. Okay.
that mentorship lasted for months in the backstory. So
For sure.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Good
Smoke
question
doesn't
though.
know where she is either.
no. In fact, she was hoping to ask me as if I knew.
Well, you're probably the best to know in most cases.
And clearly something's wrong because I don't. Like,
Well, what happened after we left
she got,
wherever? I don't remember where we left from, but wherever we left.
You
The
guys,
island,
you
the
guys
Oh
came
yes,
boat.
back on
the
the boat, and then from the boat that turned into a rock, and then you guys went your merry ways from there.
yeah, I guess the paladin met us on the beach somehow,
Yeah.
and we gave him the document that we originally were sent out to steal
Hmm.
while
And
we
then it
waited
got
on the little
released.
time bomb for the idol's intellectual property rights to go public domain,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and then we went all home.
Yes. Perfect. Yeah.
So he would tell
well, what
them,
happened after we left the beach?
so I we were about to come home. She got some kind of message and her magic aura started happening. So I thought that meant she was going to go see Smoke because that's how her magic gets. So she said, wait for me. And she went off. And I let her because she's a growing woman. And a few hours, no, a few, maybe 10 minutes later, something, I get another message. All she said was, don't worry, I'll be okay. And from there, nothing. Hours and hours of nothing. Normally she's back by dawn, and she's not. More pacing, more pacing, more pacing.
And at that moment, on the door is what can be roughly described as a knock. If by a knock you meant a piece of farm equipment running into your door, it's just boom, 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 and the whole wall. I mean, it's a shoddy apartment building, but still, the whole wall with the door, and it feels like it moves. And boof, boof, boof. There, you can almost feel the pressure of the air. None of you heard anybody walk up the stairs. None of you heard anybody walk down the hall to your door. Nobody here buzzed anybody in.
Echo kind of squeals.
I want Calais' response first, and then I want then I want to know what the host does. But Calais, how do you respond to that?
um, I can't even imagine like the doors, like not really like a hall, but there's like a little entryway.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
kind of step to like this, like so that one like hand is hidden by the wall, and I got like the ice hammer ready to go already.
Visitors? Not on my watch.
If we heard anybody coming, I wouldn't be
Yep.
this
Oh yeah.
paranoid.
Yep. Oh yeah.
But
And especially at this
Samantha
moment.
is
Yep.
missing,
Yep.
and we
Hmm.
didn't hear anyone show up,
Yep.
and it sounds like the Jolly Drink Giant is knocking on the door.
Yep. This is not a drill.
Hammers to the face.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Corbin, Echo squeaked, Calais freaked. What do you do?
Uh, not in a very good mood right now, he's actually reaching for his little pistol.
Yep.
Uh, it's not the probably not the first time somebody's like tried to pretend to sell something, and he's about at his last shred of patience.
Yep.
So somebody's about to get a wake up call.
I love it. So,
Uh, Motorcycle helmet on,
yep.
visor down,
Yep.
storming up to his own door,
Yep.
and the
Being,
second he pulls
yep.
that door open, he's gonna point the gun at somebody.
Perfect.
He's about to scare the crap out of some Mormons.
You you storm across the room, and
Welcome.
it's a small building, or it's a small room, right? So it's like your storm is about 5 steps long. Boom, 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 pulling the helmet on, like that's second nature. You don't even think about it, right? It's just bam, bam, boom, boom, chink, chink, and you walk up to the door, locked and loaded. You turn the door handle, pull it open, stick the gun out right into the belly button of what appears to be vaguely like a human being, but built to a completely different scale. You're not little, Corbin. Like we've determined, like you're basically what, like 6 feet?
Pretty much.
Yeah. So shoulder height, you're at. I said belly button. A slight hyperbole. You're at the bottom of his rib cage. He's got to be close to 7.5 feet tall. He's got to be 4 feet wide, and it's just this. There's no neck. It just kind of goes from ears to shoulders and then straight down. And you've never seen anything more barrel chested in your life. But then those barrels are balanced on slightly smaller barrels that are the legs. And there's these massive arms on either side that when they move, even the specially made sort of micro pore overall one piece coverall thing that he's wearing is custom built for him. When his arm reaches forward, you can hear it creaking under the pressure. And this massive hand, like he could palm your head with it, like like Shaq did with basketballs, was
Mm-hmm.
like it's that big. And he holds it out to you in a very calm gesture of wanting to shake your hand. And he says, "Hello, I'm Keith Blackwell. I work for Res, but this isn't official Res business. At least not officially. Can I come in?"
I mean,
You guys
Corbin
inside
has to
can't
have
even see his
seen.
face. Like he's so tall, you can't see his face on the other side. You just see a chest and like. And Corbin, yeah,
He
you
has
You
still
to.
got
mean
the gun.
physically, or will we allow you to?
uh, yeah, Corbin, you've still got the gun on his chest. He's not even blinking about that. Kelly, you said you asked. What did you say again? I cut you off.
I said, do you mean physically, or will we allow you to come in? Like, do you mean can you fit? Never mind. I
Like,
actually imagine that's his reaction.
he he kind of grins. You hear, well, like I said, you can't see his face. All you see is his body kind of bounce up and down. It's a I can fit, but am I invited? And he's still got his hand held out towards Corbin.
Corbin, I think you better invite him in.
Fine. Puts the gun away, steps away from the door.
And it is a process. watching Keith get through a door. He has to. That's like watching somebody spelunking. He kind of has to turn sideways and put a shoulder and an arm through, and then a leg, and then he has to sort of bend and pull his head through backwards and sort of unfold himself inside the room. He manages to do it somehow gracefully. This
Practiced.
yes, but there's you see as he's doing it, the muscles moving on muscles on muscles. This isn't Corbin. You would notice this most, but the other two would notice it too. This isn't grafted muscle. Like that's a thing now. There's these muscle boys where they can just pile it on, pile it on, and pile it on, and you literally surgically attach it. This isn't that. This is somebody built on a scale like Shaq. They're that big, but then they've become hyper muscular on top of that. As they get
Gotta be
in,
chrome of some kind.
they sort of stand up in your hallway and they still have to turn sideways because, like you said, there's a little hallway before the living room. And he starts talking almost right away. He says, I'm here on behalf of Rez and Ray. That's what the Idol's calling themselves this week. Um, and for someone in that, like, this is the levels of power beyond anything you guys have seen. This is kind of continent GDP level, the economies of a country kind of levels of money, and yet he still looks put off and like this. He's not comfortable. He says the person you know as the electronic paladin has been helpful to us in the past, but he's recently gotten creepy. I think is the word I'm looking for regarding Ray. It happens from time to time. Ray is a collection of algorithms designed to be appealing to people, and sometimes that leads to sort of stalkery kind of behavior, which is what's going on now. We would like very much for you to go to EP's house. We have the address, and remove the software that was gifted to him to help you do the runs you've been doing up till now. He's turned it in on itself and he's using it to stalk Ray. I'd like you to convince him to stop that behavior, because if you don't, I will be forced to have a few short and very violent words with him. And he reaches out and puts an address on the table on a piece of paper and looks at all of you for comment. Calais, he sees the ice, when he first walks in, he sees the ice hammer in your hand and nods to you. And goes and stands in a place where he can do his best to see all three of you at the same time. But he's not aggressive in any way. He's just takes up half the living room. He pauses, clearly waiting for you guys to say something.
How do
So
you
you're
even
asking-
stock a computer?
They have a social media presence like everybody else does. You can send them personal messages. You can, when you're made partly of the internet, it's not difficult to get trolled, but there's something different about this. There's, well, as you probably know, and now he's almost blushing at this point. He says, as you probably know, Rez and is talking about, and he pauses and takes a deep breath, which like fills up another quarter of the room, right, and lets it out. He's talking about marrying Ray, who is at this point a holographic presentation of what everybody currently thinks is hot. But as weird as that is, I gotta give him credit. He honestly loves her, or at least as close to love as he can manage. But this is different. He's sending messages that he wants to steal her, that he knows how to hack her code, and that he can make her love him. And we want
Paladin
to stop.
is saying that?
Yes.
I mean, that's all creepy and everything, but how do we know you're not just trying to burn the paladin with us? Because you're
If all I wanted
telling
was
us.
him if all I wanted was him destroyed, you'd be hearing a story on the news right now about how a house strangely blew up. I came to you because I want to give him a chance, and I'm not very good at giving people chances.
You think we are?
And he looks at the three. You haven't killed anyone on this whole thing so far. I can't say
Yeah,
that
because
about.
we're
I
fucking
can't.
Lone Star exists.
Yes. For most people, I guess they do. And he kind of grins.
I mean, he's got kind of a point.
We all have our specialties. Mine is ending conversations. But Rez and Ray have demanded this time that he be given a chance.
Shot in the dark here, but uh, you seem like a person that would probably know there should be four of us, and there are only three. You wouldn't happen to have anything to do with that, would you?
And his big head turns. It turns out there is a neck in there somewhere. It's because somehow all that muscle rotates slightly, and he looks at you. And I think in my head, this is the first time he's actually like focused on you, and it's a bit like a gorilla. You know, like that level of physical presence. Like I could flick you and you'd shatter. It's one of those moments, but there's no anger in it. It's just a realization of how room filling this dude is. Um, and he says, I was expecting four, actually. And thank you for the timing because, Corbin, your phone notification pings again. I do not remember you saying you followed Samanam Gems, but when you look down, it's a notification from that channel. I don't think you did because it notifies you whether you did or not, but I don't think you did, and that's kind of
I
unless you
mean,
yeah. So we'll take it from there.
as as bewildered as he would have been, because I don't think he sees her computer setup
Yeah,
or her cameras.
yeah,
So I guess just to be a supportive brother, he would have followed his sister.
yeah. Okay, yeah. So yeah, ping. It hits. Do you look?
Yeah,
It's a new video. It's called An Interview with an Idol. It's 90 minutes long, and it's already getting views. Do you hit the button and play it?
I guess so.
It's an interview. You hear the first voice you hear is your sister. Hello, hello, hi, welcome to Samanam Gems. Tonight I have the pleasure of interviewing probably the greatest idol of our time, and in an exclusive, she does better than this because she's a professional. In an exclusive interview, let me introduce you to Ray. And I said your sister was a VTuber. This time she still is, but it's like a 3D rendered shadows and perfect movement. It almost looks like a living being. It's that good. And the camera pulls back and there's a fake desk that they're sitting behind, and on the other side is when, how do I phrase this? The idol looks to everyone exactly like what you want to see, what appeals to you, what you would find, what you would sort of want to follow and idolize. So, other than the only limit I put on it is female because I've used the she pronoun a number of times. What does Corbin see? Even through the video, each of you would see something different if you looked.
Uh, I actually don't know.
Okay, I'll take a chance then. You see freedom. You see, because of the current concern, you see yourself and Samantha in a house outside of the city. This is just the flashes of imagery that you see when you first look at her. Safety, protection, money, food, everything's taken care of. You're safe. You're middle aged. Everything is just perfect. And then you blink and you look, and sitting in front of you is basically, I'm going to, again, I'll just do this, like a goth girl. The short dark hair, the dark, the darkened eyes, the cold eyes, the white makeup. It's sort of a
Mm.
mix of goth and geisha. Uh, that sort of look. Does that work?
Except for the cold eyes.
Okay.
I think
Oh, oh, okay. They look up and it's purple. It's metallic purple. Better?
uh when you say cold, I thought you meant like demeanor.
Oh, I meant Kohl as in Kohl. The
Oh,
dark, the big thick. Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
um,
but yeah, we can change that too. So we'll do both. You come
oh,
up. That's what you see. The head comes up. You see that it's actually sort of black or purple metallic, and the eyes smile out of the face. And hello, and a perfectly normal interview starts to happen as you're watching. And from across the room, as soon as Ray, the idol, speaks, Keith says, "I know that voice. Can you share that, please?"
I guess he'll like
You,
Google cast it or whatever to
yeah,
the TV.
yeah, perfect. Uh, and the second you do, Keith starts swearing. Son of a bitch! Damn it! They didn't tell me. I'm supposed to be the head of fucking security for them, and they're doing that. Left me out of the loop again. Ray is so, and he stops, and you look at, like, there's veins the size of your arm, you know what, sticking out of his forehead. He is raging angry. Unpredictable. She's so not human. And you can hear the grinding as he's like, he's starting to clench his fists, and you can hear the stitches popping on his coverall.
Is there a problem there, big guy?
This shouldn't have happened without me knowing about it.
It's a stream.
It's a security risk.
Say more.
Sorry, what was that?
Say more.
Okay. Um,
Tell me more.
he kind of looks at you and Ray is not an AI. I don't think. They're a collection of algorithms. They're nested, they're reiterative, it feeds back on itself, but they are programming. They are designed to appeal. They switch at a moment's notice. They're never the same for more than a second. And they're dating my boss, who is one of the top targets in the world for possible kidnapping, assassination attempts, you name it, blackmail, all of it.
Manipulation.
Manipulation, as his big head comes around and nods at you.
Out of curiosity, how does Lowe's feel about someone he's worked with for decades winding up like this?
Lowe is now touring South America doing an acoustic set special. People are expecting his first solo album anytime. And that would be like announcing the end of a 40-year famous band, right? Like the Rolling Stones
The
are
Beatles.
fine. Yeah, the Beatles are never going to
John
tour
Lennon's
together
making
again.
his own
Yeah.
album. Yeah.
Oh, I love that because that makes Ray Yoko Ono. uh, Boy, did I just change the way everybody thinks about them. Anyway, thanks. That was fun. But yeah, let's get back to this. So yeah. So will you do us the favor of going and getting our gear? We'll pay you, of course. Getting our gear from the Paladin
How
and
much?
delivering our message. Uh, he says, "I believe," and he kind of grins, which means he knows how much you've been getting paid for each of these runs. We've been doubling it as we go along, as I understand it. So let's double it again and add a tiny amount as a sort of token of good faith. Let's call it $50,000 for an hour's work.
Each?
Yes, each. And even, because it's already approved, the 50,000 for your friend. And then he kind of, it clicks in his head, and his head snaps to the TV again. Your friend?
My
Uh,
sister.
Oh,
Someone took her, and I'm not happy about it. Which is why I pointed the gun at you. I am sorry for that.
as you say the sister, and that's why you watched that rage rise in him again. And he said, I had no idea she was family. What can I do to help?
that is not where I was expecting that rage thing to go. That's not where I was expecting
You
that to
you
head.
hit Keith in the family, the only place that matters to him outside of Rez. That was it was perfect.
I want
Well,
her away from that thing.
we do
I
need
don't.
her back.
Kelly, you've been quiet
I,
for a while.
get it?
Put this as nicely as possible. Uh, your boss is susceptible to everything you're worried about, but his girlfriend stole my friend's sister, and we'd like her back. And we're happy to do your job for you. And as long as you might be able to, you know, possibly maybe convince the AI to let her go, or whatever she is to let her go.
He cracks his knuckles, which is again like the windows rattle when he does it. But he does that. It's not even like he's like he laces his fingers together and presses. He just squeezes his hands, and it's just pop 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 pop. And as big as he is, even compared to him, his hands are big, like a boxer's or a drywaller. They get the big puffy hands from all the yeah. And he grins at you, and he says, "That would be my pleasure. I'm going to go back and find out." And he turns his head and looks out the window, and it's like creak. And you're very glad you're not where he's looking right now. Exactly what's really going on. And he's you can see he's not in mentally he's not in this room anymore. He's already figured out how he's gonna mess with Ray when he gets a hold of her. So
I would
I kind of
appreciate
look at
that.
Corbin. I kind of look at Corbin, like give him like the shrug of good enough.
Good enough.
he
I've been
reaches
wanting to kick that paladin shit in for a while.
Keith reaches out and puts a cell phone on the table and says, "That only connects to us."
I'm gonna touch it and see if that's true.
You
I poke it.
oh, you touch it, and you now know what it feels like to be inside the phone in the cage. You can't get out of this one except through one little hole. And
Oh,
and in that hole is a picture of Keith's face. It's like that's the only number this will get to, but you can sense that there's a whole bunch of phones and a whole bunch of cages in this network that you're now part of. But you do not have, even in your technomancer status, you don't have access to the next level up. Like you can't go metaphone and look down at the system, but you can kind of
um,
sense it from being inside it.
yeah. Echo's gonna kind of pull her hand away and just be like, "That's kind of freaky." Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. And I
And
imagine she sometimes like mutters stuff like that.
oh
Like
yeah, yeah.
Corbin and Callie are probably like kind of used to her just being like, "Oh, oh yeah, that's weird." Yep.
every every time you touch tech, like you get a yeah, a trace response, right, of something. So yeah, I get that. That makes perfect sense. So the phone was sitting on the table on top of the address, which is on a piece of paper. And he looks at the paper very pointedly, and he says, once you memorize that, if you'd be so kind as to burn it."
Got it.
And as he's heading towards the door, he grins. You could hear him grin from the back, like you can hear the muscles creak as he's walking away from you. And he says, "Yeah, we wouldn't want to dox the poor gentleman." And he does the move through the door again. And you, as hard as you listen, and as big as he is, you cannot hear his footsteps when he walks away. Even the stair that
Goals.
creaks doesn't creak. You can tell he doesn't take the elevator because he didn't hear the bong, right? And plus, he's probably beyond the mass limit of the elevator. But yeah, there's creaky stairs, and they don't creak when he leaves.
Professional goals.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's four times your mass, and he's like just naturally sneakier. So you look at the address. It's for downtown, right next to like Corporateville. This is not where you live. This is not your comfort zones. Even Echo, while you might do business with people from that area, you are not of that area. This is where this address is just off of a major shopping fair. It's an old street that's been converted to a walk-through mall, basically. It's about 8 blocks long, and it's semi-covered. It's got sort of most of it's covered in clear plastic, so that if it rains, it doesn't rain down on the street level. And then the address you're looking for is just off of that. The way that the city works now is there's these columns or areas like this, and then built up all around that are houses. They've knocked down the old apartment buildings and built really nice but small houses. And then beyond that is the sort of wreckage, the old skyscrapers and all that sort of thing. So it's still only 7 o'clock in the morning, right? It's only an hour after sunup. Still, all of this has happened. Um, the three of you standing in the living room suddenly seems much bigger now that Keith is gone. What do you do? Please feel free to chat amongst yourselves.
Echo is going to look at Corbin and sort of. She's looking at him in a way that it's clear that she's like kind of looking for him to lead the way. Like, kind of waiting for him to decide on a. She's just looking at Corbin like, what next, boss? Kind of thing.
Ah, I hate it when I have to play boss. Well, I don't think this is kind of close to Corpo Town, so our usual tactics may not work.
I don't think the bus goes there.
Nope.
Um, I guess to fill in a little background,
Mhm.
our orphanage got bought out by a corporation.
Yep.
We never specified what kind of corporation, but I always envisioned like maintenance, like anything from like garbage pickup to janitorial to
Like a
like
property management
uh
sort of thing, yeah, rather than
uh more or less.
yeah,
Also maybe like uh repair and
yeah, okay,
electronics repair, appliance repair,
right,
all
yeah,
sorts of things that robots are not necessarily suited for.
right, yeah, that makes sense. Okay,
So we would know various ways of like infiltrating through the places where like retail shoppers don't see, like the
the
maintenance in
back
the
alleys,
back.
yeah, okay,
Yeah.
that's certainly one thought. Yeah, the other two, Calais.
So Echo's gonna go for
Oh,
Calais first, actually.
okay. What are your
Um,
thoughts?
I mean, the first thing I'm gonna do is you pocket the cell phone,
Okay,
assuming that Echo didn't actually grab it. She kind of left it on the table, I think.
She did.
Um, yeah, I'll pocket the cell phone and I'm gonna pick up the paper, read the address, and hand it over to oh my God, Corbin. Sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
looking at it on the screen. I couldn't say it. And I think odds are good that this isn't a place that we want to be caught at night. So I think this is a run we're going to have to do in the day. Unfortunately, I feel like they're going to have more security than what we're used to.
Yeah.
Echo. Look like you're thinking deeply.
So Echo's gonna just sort of like listen to them for a minute and then just be like, maybe I have the dumb, but I still don't understand why this is such a huge security thing for them. Like, I don't understand why he got so mad about a video. I don't I don't get it. It's not connecting for me. Like, I'll do the run. The money's cool. And like, yeah, we're gonna have to figure out like how to loop the cameras and stuff that like the Paladin's gonna be doing, like has been doing for us. But like at the base of it, like I just don't get it. Do you guys get it? What am I missing?
Uh,
I'm
if
going
it
to be
was
honest with you. Sorry, go ahead.
if it was a stream, the setup would have to be from somewhere and transmitted through the internet to everyone. So if that connection is not secure, that might be problematic in docks wherever they have Sam. Which I imagine if it was somewhere not important, that Blackwell guy wouldn't have gotten so bent out of shape about it.
You're really smart. I'm really glad
Thank
one
you.
of us is really smart.
Anyway, I have to imagine since that Ray person might not go far away from Rez, wherever she is, Rez is.
He did say Rez was supposed to be on tour,
That's low.
but or yeah. Rewind.
Yes, Paul McCartney's touring by himself now. That's that. I would like at this moment, because you guys are on the topic, and I actually made a list of your actual stats. Um, so we're going to
Ooh.
do logic plus intuition, which for Calais and for Neon is 6d6 greater than 5. And for Echo, who just, ironically, as it turns out, says you're so smart, is 11d6 greater than 5. You have a logic of 5 and an intuition of 6. So, okay, Corbin got 3 successes. All right, the other two?
I got six
Six
successes.
successes. Perfect. Yep. And 1 success. Okay. That's no. This is perfect. I'm going to do them in order.
Good.
Calais, you like there something's tickling at your mind. Something's not right, and it has to do with what Echo said about this. What is this a security risk? It doesn't seem like that's the case, but that's about as much as you put together. Like he was lying. Is there's something that he wasn't telling you? Um, Corbin, you get that. Plus, you get that it's somehow personal with um, with Keith. It's not he's not worried about real security. He's worried about losing Rez to Ray and Echo with 6 successes. You get those two, and he's looking for an excuse to destroy Ray, and you guys may have just given it to him.
Corbin doesn't care.
Yeah. I'll give you guys a second to process that. Well, the wind blows outside and the fog still is rolling in. The sun is now finally up, completely up above the buildings, and it's starting to shine down. It's starting to burn off that fog, but it's still there for now. You had agreed to do the run and you decided to do it during the day. Any thoughts?
I guess this is one we would actually have to do recon first on. Like, get a feel for what kind of security he's got around his place,
Yep.
uh, what kind of camera setup is on the businesses nearby, and all that good shit.
Yep. The other two, anything you want to add to that?
Yeah, let's go take a walk. Let's go take a stroll about the neighborhood.
Now, to be clear, there's nothing wrong with you guys going and walking down the business district. Uh, you will probably be watched carefully by security, but it's not illegal for you to go there. Just they'll presume that you're there to steal, roughly speaking. Right.
I mean,
I
But
just want to
if we
go and
dress
poke all
right,
the.
but Corbin also talked about traveling by the ways that are not the public ways. And what was that you were about to say, Echo?
I just want to go and poke the security cameras for a while.
Okay, yeah. And Calais?
I imagine as long as we,
Go.
or sorry,
No, go ahead, Corbin. You. Yeah. I
as
just
long as
keep
we
poking
don't
Calais. So
dress like,
yeah.
as long as we don't dress like we're on a run, we should be fine.
Yes, absolutely. That's also true. If you put on your civvies,
I mean, I don't think we're ever going to actually blend in there, but
says Calais with the blue flaming hair and, and the 3/4 length coat.
Well, I mean, if we want to blend in, we just dress like the help, right? We don't dress like we actually
Yep.
are the people there. We dress like we're the help because then it's easier. You get ignored.
That would go along very well with Corbin's idea of traveling the sort of back alleys and byways.
Yeah, might as well do it before the sun's too high.
Chance for a nap before noon at this rate. So, you guys head off in that direction?
Yep.
Okay. As you get close, you sort of do a little bit of scanning and remembering from when you've been in this sort of area before. Probably the easiest way to get what you want, to see what you want to see without actually having to go out into the streets, is to travel on the rooftops of the buildings themselves, the businesses themselves, and hop from roof to roof and a little bit of parkour action that I won't make you roll for because there's always a convenient 2x4. And you've got the moment. There's always that moment where you're in the middle of the Mission Impossible, and suddenly you realize I'm walking across the 2x4 22 stories above the ground. Ah, don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. And it's only 2 or 3 stories. I just said 23 to be spectacular. But yeah, there's those moments where you suddenly realize that as amazing as you are, This is dangerous, right? This is not just what everybody does for work. But off to one side, you can see into the street, the corporate sales street. This is like 8 blocks of concentrated retail. There are holographic ads everywhere. There's dragons swooping through the air. There's dancing sushi. There's snow in one area for about a block and a half. It's snowing and they're playing Christmas carols even though it's nowhere near Christmas. But even there, some of the businesses obviously weren't in on it. So some of the storefronts don't have fake snow on them because it's not projected because they didn't pay. There's some good, some bad, some just awful. Like even the food carts have got this juddering animations above them to try and attract people, and it's just like essentially one wall, a tube of light. But your years of training in the virtual spaces and behind your glasses and that, it's just normal. Somehow you can process it all. The shining storefronts you look at are beautiful examples of marketing, but at the same time, you can see the defense systems, the lockdown shielding, the barred windows that go up at night. This is biz, but it's not like biz in the sprawl where you're from. It's slower here, it's more ritualized and formalized. But you realize very quickly it's every bit as dangerous. Stealing from one of those stores, you wouldn't make it back to the street.
Good thing we're not here for that.
But everyone that you see on that street is displaying. It's all about look at my wealth, look at my power, look at my charm. It's all turned up to 12. It's all so saccharine and fake. But you look the other way, where the houses are, and it's the inner burbs. It's houses for the wealthy. And beyond that, in the darkness, you can see the old and empty apartment buildings looming like memories of a tightly packed past. On one of these streets, you can see the electronic paladin's house. It's obvious which one's his, even though before you can see the number on the post at the gate. There's physical guards. There's 2 at the front, 2 at the back, and 2 that patrol the inside of a relatively small yard. There's also 3 drones zipping around the property at various heights. And Echo, you can feel the electronic defenses in that place. It almost glows. It's showing off the fact that it's protected by layers and layers of electronic security. This place is a paranoid person's dream home. What do you do?
What if we're just a distraction? You guys. I don't know. This whole being sent to talk to EP, it tastes funny.
Kind of doesn't help that we've only got snippets of one side. But I don't like it. He said something along the lines of he has a day job, so he's obviously corpo. You all know how I feel about that.
I mean, I was just looking for an excuse to fuck with EP, so
I'm
I
down
don't
with
really
it.
mind either way, but I'd rather not be the distraction. In my experience, the distraction doesn't live long. Look at what you did with that drone last time.
Yeah, that was fun.
It's also that's a really cool callback to the flashback, the when you knew you needed a better team flashback. Calais got used as a distraction.
Yeah. I just
As you're standing on the rooftop, thinking, questioning your whole existence, I presume. I mean, you're asking the question, "Why are we here?" But you're really asking the question, "Why are we here?"
it's not that deep, bro.
you see,
It's too early to be that deep.
you see a little electric trike pull up in front of EP's house, and it's a courier trike, and the guy jumps off, flips up the little mask. He's got the full face helmet, but when you flip up the mask, the jaw part comes too, so you can actually see a face underneath. And you can even see from this distance, there's a lanyard around his neck that's got a picture on it. So then you guys have gotten stuff. The courier, when they come to the door, they go like this and show you their tag so that this matches this, and then you let them in. He grabs a parcel off the back and walks up to the door, and you can see from the distance he's chatting away with the guards as he walks up, and he just hands them the box and gets the other one to sign and walks back and gets on his scooter and drives away. The guard opens the door, slides the box in, and says a couple words and closes the door.
Goddamn shut in.
Oh, I love this tension. I love the
I'm pretty
tension.
sure you'd be a shut-in too if you could. Like, wouldn't you? I would. If I didn't have to leave. Well, actually, I'd probably leave to go shopping.
I don't know. I get stir crazy if I have to be inside too long.
What are the buildings around EP's house like?
There are other houses. These are small houses, like modern terms would be like a two-bedroom, right? They're not very big. They're on a slab because this is Vancouver and it would flood if you had a basement. Um, they're new. They're built since the tsunami. They basically knocked down apartment buildings and built these, so they're pretty much all the same. Over the course of 20 years, there's been add-ons and paint changes and stuff to make them slightly different. But EP's is the only one with this blatant level of security. There's other ones that have got drones and other ones that have got guards, but his is like this monument to paranoia, right? In the middle of this otherwise fairly suburban neighborhood.
I I'm just gonna knock.
I think I think you would have to get the guard's permission to knock first.
Duh. I just need to get EP's attention.
Okay, I love it. So Echo, you're
I
you're a can-do kind of person. What do you do after saying that?
well, she's learned to wait for at least a beat in case the others are gonna throw themselves
Oh
upon her
right.
and be like, "Stop."
Yeah, yeah.
In
Uh-huh.
case somebody is like, "Hey, that's a really bad idea."
Yep. And even after saying that you waited for that beat, nobody's saying it's a bad
Nobody said anything.
idea. so,
I
so
mean,
I
I don't
asked.
think it's a terrible idea,
Yep.
but
Okay.
So I'm just gonna
I think I've got a marching order.
hey, hang on, hang
Echo
on.
goes
There
first.
was a
Kelly
there was a
shrugs
but
and
at the end.
follows.
There was a but at the end of the
Okay.
sentence.
Okay. Yeah.
What's your plan after you knock?
wait. Ask EP what the fuck is going on. We've
I
got
was really
half the
afraid you were going to
story.
say that because that's kind of what I was thinking too.
We've got like half the story,
Yep.
and it's kind of. Here's the thing that bugs me. It's really neat. It makes a whole lot of sense. It's kind of perfect.
Yeah, It does tie up all the loose ends pretty neatly, doesn't it?
That's suspicious.
It's real life doesn't
So
work like that.
Yeah. Yep. 100%.
So so provided she doesn't get body slammed by
Yeah.
anybody. Echo's just gonna I mean, I assume that the security system stretches all the way up here. And she's just gonna literally like kind of wander up and like touch the nearest security component and
Yep.
like find a screen somewhere inside and put the words knock knock on the screen.
Okay. So you'll have to. You guys are on the roofs now, so you'd have to jump down off the building and walk across the street to his fence. And there's a keypad. You know, the beep beep entry keypad. You could do that.
I'm gonna do it old school style where you do like three, three. Wait, which one was K? Two, five, five, three, three, three.
so so Echo jumps down, heads across the street boldly. Calais kind of shrugs and follows, and then Corbin, I'm presuming, just sort of and follows along.
Um, I
Or
imagine instead of like using a fire escape or something,
yeah,
he finds the nearest like street lamp and like fireman down it
yep,
because
yeah, just yep. I love it.
yep.
Okay, so Echo, you walk across the street, doodly doodly doodly. You reach up to the keypad and you touch it. Um, it's this keypad itself is it's hooked up to the house system. So as soon as you touch it, it's like seeing a defense in depth. It's like you see there's five different security systems between you and the actual house. You type knock knock on the outside of the first one, and you get an automated response. It just a little image of a lock just unlocks, and you hear the door in front of you clunk clunk, and the gate opens slightly. You focus again and like check because I'm assuming that your trap sensors are going off. You
Yeah.
focus again and check, and it's like, nope, this is you got an automated response that let you in.
Folks, doors open. I'm willing to bet there's nobody home.
his password
Well,
was 123 password, wasn't it?
Uh, yeah,
Kind of,
kind of.
yeah, yeah. That's what it looks like for sure. Yep.
Yeah. I'm so glad you remembered that from our talk, Kelly.
And the two guards at the house are kind of looking as the gate opens. They're kind of looking towards you, but they're not reaching for weapons or looking confused. What they look more than anything else is like why you're still standing out there. The gate's open.
um, I guess
I kind of wave and
Yeah,
walk in.
yeah. Corbin.
as is customary, Corbin would walk in first, like
Okay. Yep.
put himself between potential threat and friends.
Yep. Uh, Corbin, you're also wearing your gear. I presume no weapons, but your gear. That was because you guys agreed that you were going to sort of dress down for this. Is that reasonable? Or would
Uh,
you still have at least some weapons? Either
I
way, my
imagine I'm
point is
wearing
you're
like
wearing the helmet, right?
baggy
Yeah.
baggy clothing,
Yeah.
like some old torn up jeans and some nondescript hoodie
Yeah.
that that's baggy enough that he can like hide his gun and his katana on
Yep.
his back.
Fair. Yep.
And I guess like one of those face masks for like sick people.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. So you guys head up the drive. You are going first, followed by Echo and Calais. As you get closer and closer, the guards sort of scan you up and down, and one says, I don't see the package.
We'd like to talk to the paladin.
Kind of an eyebrow goes up. Oh, You know who lives here?
Uh,
We
in theory,
we we have some
yes.
information that may be of importance to him.
They kind of look at each other, and the one that spoke before reaches over and opens the door a little bit and yells in, "You've got company!" And then waits a couple seconds. There's no response. He just pushes the door open. He says, "Good luck." First thing that hits you is the smell. Cigarette smoke. Like just heavy, thick clouds of it. Like somebody's been chain smoking in this building forever.
Delightful.
Like, head inside.
The other two follow.
Yeah.
Obviously.
You step into what was, at some point, a living room to this house. But now it's just filth. There's ashtrays overflowing everywhere. You can see the nicotine stains running down the walls. There's every flat surface is covered with stickers stuck in that material, but you recognize the format right away. There's a machine sort of at the fair where you can choose images from the internet and make them into these little stickers, sort of 4 inch by 6 inch stickers, and then they're famously extra sticky and hard to remove. And this whole living room is lined with them. And at first glance, it appears that they're all women. You look again, they're all similar. You look again, there's kind of a pattern to this. You look again, they're all versions of Ray. And across the wall, you can see in the kitchen, and in the kitchen, there's a whiteboard on the wall that probably at some point had sort of a shopping list or something on it, but it's been turned into a string board with addresses, businesses, concerts, events, companies, all interconnected with little metal wires. It's not string, but it's little metal wires like you would use to build a computer with. All the furniture is all but rotten. It hasn't been sat on in ages, but it's got junk piled on it, boxes, packages, a lot of the cartons from whatever it is that's being delivered here. But there's no power in this room. There's old monitors, VR headsets, circuit boards littering every flat surface. The only light you can see through the louvers of a folding closet door. You know the W closet doors, when you open them up, they open like that and separate, and they got the louvers in them. You can see an actinic white blue light shining through those louvers and the gap at the floor and the ceiling of a closet on the other side of the room. No
Well, this
response
is
to
probably
your
going to
entry.
scar us from life, but I will go and
Wait, 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 wait,
I,
wait, wait.
I will wait. I will go and wait.
When Echo says wait, it says maybe there's something you haven't thought of.
I will take a giant step backwards.
You said
I
there's
will
no
realize I was doing a
power.
stupid thing.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yep.
um, you said there's no power in the room.
Yep.
How is it glowing? Is there
There's
power in
there's
there?
power in the closet, yes. And you can
Uh,
feel at this distance there's a computer system in there too. You can't touch it from here, but you can feel it.
there's got to be something coming out if it's got power going in and or a network.
Yep.
I'm gonna like circle it, like try to walk in as like
Yeah.
through the hallway around the like try
Yep.
to figure out where
You s-
there's got to be something going in coming out.
You see, after you work your way around, you see laying along the baseboards, there's a thick power cable, like an outdoor industrial sized power cable that's been taped to the walls and nailed, and not nailed to the floor, but pinned to the floor with the big brackets that hold down cables. And that goes into that closet. And as you get a little closer, you can hear the hum of a big, powerful computer.
Jesus Christ.
And then you hear the tick, 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 tick of a hacker. You know the sound. You don't do it, but it's those poor meat hackers that have to use their fingers to hack. You can hear that sound in the closet. You also hit a new smell because you're close now. This smells like ass and armpits and stale food and crunchy clothes.
I'm gonna give the other two a chance to say and or do something
Yep.
before I do my thing.
Okay. So the two of you see
I'm
Echo cruise the room.
conveying
Yep. She.
kind of like,
Yep.
oh, there it is. There.
Yeah.
And like point at the power cord.
Mhm.
And then once that's conveyed, like I'm gonna give them a chance to do
Yep.
whatever they're gonna do.
Perfect. So the other two, what would you do?
I have a question first.
Oh yes, this is how I know it's going to get interesting. Brandon says I have a question. Let's go.
Do I know that he said we were here to get whatever tech they gave him. Do we know what that is?
It will be a good point. I didn't describe it. It is a sort of generic electronic unit. It's like a little grayish plastic cube with what we would call today like a USB in-out cable on it.
Okay.
But
I know
it's
that
a
we've
physical box that you're looking for that should be attached to a computer.
I know where one of those is.
Yes. Yeah.
I know we've established that uh, I can form my ice into different implements.
Yep.
Um, I would I'm going to make like a hatchet,
Yep.
and I'm going to like hover it over the cable, like I'm gonna cut it,
Yep.
and I'm gonna look at Echo because last time I did something she didn't like it, but
Calais learns.
slowly, but
I
yes.
I have an idea. Is good.
Um,
Yeah,
Corbin is
Corbin.
gonna hold up one finger, as in, hold on a minute. And then I
I'm not looking at
guess,
Corbin. I'm looking at
Yeah.
Echo
Yeah.
because Echo was mad at
Yeah.
me.
So yeah. So
I
to make
didn't
this
ask how big the room was, I said.
to make this work, Echo is looking at Corbin when Corbin says or holds up the one finger and goes, wait. Yep, go. Corbin?
I guess, just stride up to that little door you're supposed to pull on,
Yep.
pull it open, and pull him out into the living room.
Okay.
Um, if so Callie and Echo had the same idea,
Okay.
like because I was ready to be like I cut the cord,
Yeah.
but I was like I'm gonna let the other people do things first.
Okay.
So like, is it
So
possible to like
you just gotta
push
nod.
the
You just nod your head,
yeah
and Calais going to cut the cord. So,
yeah
and I like that
okay
this all happens in an instant without any sort of looking at each other. And this, you guys are a well-oiled team. So, Echo nods, Calais chops. There's a zort as the cord breaks, and blue sparks fill this room for a second, threatening for a moment to light it all on fire. But that doesn't happen. Just as Corbin reaches up and pulls the closet doors open, it's now dark in there, but you've all got night vision in various forms, and you can see a middle-aged, balding with a comb over, couple days growth of beard, little uh the little pot belly, like almost like the starvation belly or the malnourished belly. Um, this thin, shaky looking middle-aged man sitting in the chair. He's scrabbling to try and get his goggles off, his VR goggles, but he's obviously not very good. And plus, he's got the finger clippies on, like the little things that go on your fingers to virtual type, and he's trying to, and it's not working. And he's suddenly in the dark, and he can't see. You can see around this room. It's hideous in here. There's piles of the self-heating ramen noodles. You just pull a little button, and there's a battery in them that heats them up, and 3 minutes later you eat them. And there's eaten ones, half-eaten ones, and fresh ones over there. They're all exactly the same chicken flavor. On the other side, there's you can see there was three flats of it, and now about half of that is gone of brand name energy drink. They've been living in this little tiny closet for at least a couple of days. And as he finally manages to scrabble it, not even off, but just up over his forehead, so it's doing that thing sort of like it's kind of still digging in one eye, but he can see. He looks up upside down, and what he sees is Corbin leaning over him, and he shrieks.
Hand over the mouth. Will you chill?
Calm down, calm down. We're not here to hurt you.
And he starts pointing at the computers like, take them, take them. He thinks you're trying to steal from him.
Um, Echo's gonna kind of gently sort of start to pull the finger clips off.
Yeah. And he starts like touching. As soon as you take two of them off, he sort of touches his fingers together and looks at it like he's not used to that feeling. He looks up at you. I didn't call you. No one comes here. Just deliveries. You're not allowed to be here.
Why not?
Because. And he realizes that to get to him, you walk through the living room. You're not allowed to see.
Personally, I don't care. You you see the three of us, right? And you know there's supposed to be a fourth.
Uh-huh.
She's not here because your idol has her.
They're
I'm not happy
friends.
about that. You're friends with that idol.
No. Ray's friends with your friend. Sister.
Are you
They
the
just
electric paladin?
Yes?
Are
No one's
you
supposed to know this.
are you stalking Ray?
And you could see him stop for a long time. You can see him, like the gears are spinning. He's trying to find some way to put it. And finally, he just shrivels up a little bit and says, yes.
why?
I can't help it. She's made to be loved.
Echo's gonna kind of put her hand on Corbin's arm and like kind of squeeze his arm a little bit.
Looms a little bit less.
Kelly, I want to give you a second because you're
I'm going
like,
to peek in the
chop, and
closet.
then stand up, and this is happening in front of you.
I'm going to peek in the closet. They seem to have him, well, not really handled, but
Yep,
occupied.
yep.
Uh, I'm going to peek into this closet. A, do I see the little box that we're looking for? And B, what sort of setup does he have?
Uh, it's nice gear. This is top end hacky gear. It's not the that sandbenders thingy that Echo had such a conniption about you breaking before, but it's nice. But it's sort of it's top end but regular gear. It's what you would have if you were, oh, I don't know, a high end hacker, for example. It's exactly what you'd expect him to have. Uh, you do see the module you're looking for. It's not hooked up to the computer anymore. In fact, it's on a little table which has recently been glued to the wall because there's no floor space left. So they got one of those little tiny tables this big and it's glued to the wall, and the module is on that, and it's surrounded by what can only be called a shrine to Ray. It's more pictures of Ray. It's objects which obviously are remind them of them. We recognize some from the videos. You know, they handled a virtual thing like this in a video, and here's a physical version of that being worshipped by him. but it's just sitting there in that um, shrine.
Okay, I'm going to pocket that, and I'm going to no, you know what? I don't care about him enough to do that. Uh,
Compassion check failed. you're hard ass Shadowrunners. I would expect no different. You weren't supposed to like him
nope.
by this point. What do you
Yeah, no, I'm gonna pocket that.
get?
I'm going to pick up something that looks important.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be honest. Calais has really no interest in hacking anything, ergo the destroying the Sandbender thing that
yeah,
Echo beat him
yeah,
about the head about.
Lusted after.
yeah, yeah.
So I'm going to pick up something that looks important, and this is all we really came for. You know, your old bosses want it back, and really sorry we had to invade your kind of like gesture around lovely home. We'll let you get back to what you were doing.
But and he leans out because it's like I said, it's a closet. It's only this big, right? You guys are standing in the living room talking to him. He kind of leans out and goes, "But you cut my cable.
Yeah,
I think I
I'd
think you
say
can afford
sorry,
a
but
new
I'm
one.
not.
I can have one delivered. You're not gonna hurt me."
I look at Corbin because
Bro, I think you're doing enough of that to yourself. We don't need to do a thing.
I think I need to go away, right?
Uh,
Because
I guess he turns to the others.
if I stay
Do I tell
here,
him?
okay, go ahead. But
Do I
he's
tell him about who we got this job from?
and suddenly he
I
looks
mean, I
worried.
already, I already, I already said his bosses wanted it back.
Yeah,
So
yep.
I mean, yeah.
You know this guy named Blackwell? Works for Rez?
There's a visible shudder, like the temperature in the room just went down 40 degrees. He hardly fits on the cameras.
Yeah. I think he's got beef with Ray.
I thought you were going to say you had beef with me.
Like secondhand beef,
I
which is
can't
not actually.
stop him. He wants to hurt Ray. I have to do something. And he starts to get like he's getting wound up. He starts to try and stand up. You guys have got him totally blocked in his closet. And physically, any one of you is capable of keeping him there. He's not a physical specimen at all. But at the mention of wanting to hurt Ray, I have to
Do
help
you
her.
really?
But
Do you really?
but if I don't, who will? None of them care
Why
about
doesn't
her.
matter? Yeah,
hang on a second.
because
Hang
she
on a
was
second.
made to. Kelly,
What do you mean none of them care about her?
They just want to make money.
Ah, I see. And you care about her, and Callie struggles to get this out. A purer form than that, I suppose.
I just want to be there and protect her, and maybe she'll smile at me.
you completely bought into a lie.
That's why I have to leave, right? Quick check in. Is everybody okay with where we're going with this? This is a kind of a semi creepy character and a semi creepy moment. I want to make sure everybody's okay.
I mean,
Perfectly fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of non-committal. Or is this making you uncomfortable?
No,
Uh,
I'm all right.
Okay, we're about to finish it anyway. So, um, he says,
Uh,
"Okay, go ahead." Yep.
what were you gonna say, Corbin?
I mean, I don't know what to do with this guy. Corbin just doesn't want his sister around Ray because she's young enough that he's afraid she'll be manipulated into doing something besides an interview.
Yep.
And he's seeing what the extreme end of that kind of manipulation can be.
Yep.
So
100%. Yep.
he he's kind of wants out of here so he can get his sister back.
Yep. So yeah, fair to
Whatever
say
the
Corbin's done
paladin
here
decides
now.
to
Yeah.
do, whatever the
Yeah.
paladin decides to do with himself,
Yep.
even if that includes something not so great,
Yep.
uh, he kind of doesn't care.
Yep.
I'm
That's
sorry,
fair.
but he does not.
No, there's no need
There's
to. That's
only a
just who he
handful
is.
of
Yep.
people that he cares about, and the paladin is not one of them.
Yep. Kelly, I'm giving Echo time to think here. Kelly, what's your take on this? He just wants to leave at this point. He wants to just go.
I mean, as far as I'm concerned, we've got what we came for. We're kind of done with him at this point.
Okay.
Really couldn't care less.
Yep. Echo.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously a disturbing potential future for somebody who's gone a little bit further down the rabbit hole than Echo herself has gone.
Yep.
So it's a little bit uncomfortable. But she's like, you can get your cable fixed, do whatever you need to do. Don't touch my friends, or I will come back.
I'm just gonna go. Seattle's nice, right? Seattle. I heard Seattle's nice.
Sure.
And he's just. I mean, he's broken. He was broken before, but he's. This is a broken human being trying to recover themselves. But you do have what you came for.
Yeah, let's just go.
And you turn
March on out.
and head out the door. Security looks kind of surprised as you leave. They see the look on your faces and just quietly close the door after you're gone. The phone rings. Kelly, you've got it. You said you had it. The timing's too
I will
good. There's no
answer,
way you. Yeah, the timing's too good. There's no way you weren't being watched. Right? As you
obviously.
step off the property, bing, the phone rings, and Keith, you hear Keith's voice. He says, "There's a park half a block south of you. There's a helicopter waiting. Brez and Ray want to meet you. Oh, by the way, we've never met."
Obviously, I will hang up the phone and start walking.
Do you share that with the others?
Yeah, on the way there, I will mention that we're heading towards a helicopter that's waiting for us, that from someone we've never met.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. Great. Awesome.
Corbin just kind of shudders a little because he has helicopter trauma from being rescued.
Yep. Yep.
Why are we going toward the helicopter?
Yeah.
Well, because Rez and Ray want to meet us, and last time we saw Ray was in a video uh with Sam, so odds are good that this is a direction that will tell us where Sam was, or is, or maybe in some future time. And because the big scary guy told us to. Take your pick.
Corbin?
Do this for Sam. Do this for Sam. Do this for Sam. Do this for Sam.
Beautiful. Echo?
Are we really about to just like load up the entirety of our leverage onto this helicopter and go fly off to people who we don't know anything about? Just kind of checking in here.
I don't see what choice we have. They have Sam. Maybe if you two want to hang back, go ahead.
Do you think Sam's in trouble?
You saw what Ray did to that man. I don't want that to happen to Sam.
I do think at this point that the giant that visited us this morning isn't particularly happy with Ray and does, at least nominally, is not annoyed with us. So I think kind of just going along with him a little bit is probably a good idea.
I
Also,
don't
I want Sam
'Cause
away from whatever fallout his plans have.
this is true, and I agree. I
I
don't
don't
think the giant is
disagree.
trying to lead us into a trap at the moment.
The sound of distant bird call. Echo responds.
I don't disagree. um I I just think maybe we should not have all of our cards with us when we go. I think we should maybe have a little bit of a backup plan in case their plan is get everybody together and then squick them. Like,
Fair.
I'm just saying that we're really squishy in person, and without a plan, we remain squishy, and maybe a plan might make us less squishy, is my thinking.
I don't disagree.
Whew.
However,
Oh.
they're very obviously watching us, and I don't see how we're going to be able to hide our leverage anywhere.
Well, how are they watching us, you think?
Well, I don't know, but that phone rang awful quick when we walked out the door.
Well, they probably aren't watching us in person, which means that it's electronic, which means that it can be fucked with.
Also, that boat was nanobots. Do you
Boat
think they
was
can
not.
make nano cameras? I don't think I can punch out nano cameras.
Echo. Trying to make your finger very pointy.
I'm
Just,
sorry, I
just that
just
one. Just that one.
had to take a second
Oh,
and
that's
just,
brilliant.
I can totally picture the look on Corbin's face like, there I am punching.
So
Perfect. Perfect.
this is we're gonna draw the noose around this one with this because I want to give everybody a chance to react. At this moment, I mean, it's been obvious for a while that you are playing with powers beyond what you're used to, and that you're in this way past neck deep. But at this moment, standing on this street with, as Calais put it, not a lot of options left, kind of being swept along in this wave, you can feel that in spite of all of that, the three of you are at the nexus of some decision that's coming. This is all coming together. This is bigger than even anything Ray and Rez may be thinking of. This is earth changing. And it's going to come down to the three of you. The three of you have the power. And probably Samantha as well. Because you've been a four all the way up to this point. So I retract that previous. The four of you have the power. What are your thoughts on that? That in spite of the giant man and all the money, in the end, it's going to come down to the four of you making a decision. Let's start with Kelly. Whatever you do, the world is going to change. How does that make you feel?
I'm uh, vacillating between existential terror and uh, the Palpatine meme of unlimited power.
Thank you for your honesty, because that would certainly be one of my thoughts is, ooh, can't go evil emperor here. Gotta be right. Corbin, what is your response to that responsibility dropping on your shoulders?
He survived one storm already. What's
Okay.
another one? As long as he can get Sam and keep her afloat.
That's all that matters. I love it. That's your
Also, if Ray
philosophy.
sinks to the bottom of the ocean, so fucking be it. He hates that thing.
And Echo, what are your
Well,
thoughts?
I mean, Echo is the center of Echo's world, so the fact that the rest of the world is revolving around her really doesn't.
That's
That's how it
yep. That's absolutely fair. Yep, 100%.
seems solid.
So this is just like, oh well, here we go. I knew I was special, right?
It's
Yeah, I love it.
just
Thank
the
you.
rest of the world falling into
Yeah.
place.
Again, I love the honesty for all three of the characters. I also love the fact that all these characters are well enough developed that they had an answer immediately to that challenge. So, with varying degrees of trepidation and/or confidence, as the case may be, uh, the three of you turn and start walking down the street towards the waiting helicopter, towards this nodal point in history that is rapidly approaching. It's too late to stop it, but you get to decide at a critical moment which way it falls. So we will see the three of you and our missing fourth member next week, the 26th of December, for the big finale, where the moment occurs. But until then, we have to wait. And while we wait, I want to thank the people that are here for going along with this whole mad story. One of the key elements to a good cyberpunk story for me is that the heroes never really know what's going on. And that goes against everything I am as a GM, because I want people to understand the plot. But in this case, I've been fighting really hard to keep it confusing and behind the scenes. So it's been a real challenge for me, and I've enjoyed that a lot. So more will be revealed next week, but maybe not everything. You can ask me after the show is over what the stuff that may or may not have made sense to you. But until then, I have to thank these characters because it's been a wild ride. Tonight was wild in a different way, but it's been a wild ride the whole trip. So thank you so much to Brandon, Deku, and Glory for coming along on this wild little ride to me, this little nod to William Gibson that I came up with on the spur of the moment. I've been playing with for months now. So thank you all for joining me in that. Thank you to the folks in chat. Um, the amount of clicky that goes on in this game is way more than in some of our other games. So thank you for your patience and time. And tonight, I don't think we had more than what was it? There they are, 3 rolls. Everybody rolled once tonight, so that's much more like the game that I'm used to. But thank you to everybody that watched. If you're watching on YouTube, click the buttons. If you would be so kind, you got all the way to here, so I'm going to presume you liked it. Other than that, stay tuned to Dirty 20 Gaming. More new stuff coming in the new year. But
Thank you,
until
Kevin.
Oh, you're very welcome. I
Thank
was waiting
you.
for it. I was waiting for it. Thank you. You're very welcome. I've had a great time running this game, and next week the finale is going to be it's good. It's going to be impressive. I'll just not lie, and I'm just going to be honest. It's going to be amazing. We'll see you guys then.
I'm really looking forward to it.
But until then, unlike this, the world in which this game is set, but like these three players and our fourth who is not here, please take the time out of your day to be kind to somebody. And if you haven't got the energy for that, please at least be nice to each other. Good night.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Night.